fan of him.
No, and honestly, with Darkwing's knowledge of like Second Quest, I think Darkwing, if we see Second Quest dungeon, well,
Here we go. We've got shops in the first screen. Start screen has been shuffled. Let's see where the wood sword is. We can tell you no sprite shuffled.
Yep.
Oh, swordless.
All right. This is probably going to favor Darkwing right now.
So let's go ahead and get a time sync here for both of these runners. And it does look like we also have a second quest, or maybe mixed quest, either the case might be.
Yeah. Level 1 in its normal spot. Uh-oh. This could just...
Yeah, it looks like we've got ourselves a vanilla overworld, and ew, 51 rupees for the top secret and what appears to be a second quest overworld.
This will be pretty simple. There are a couple minor changes to this overworld because of how the randomizer works. You will find level 8 where level 7 is, and level 7 where level 8 is. Level 5 gets moved down one spot from the Lost Hills area. Level 4 does not move, interestingly enough.
And what a nasty enemy group you got for level 1, too.
Yeah, it's not looking good. I would try burning something to see if they die in one hit, but I'm not sure if either player has actually tried that. And it looks like things are dying in one hit, and Darkwing realizes that now too, and he has bombs.
Well, that absolutely helps, especially considering the fact that there are virus here in this level 1.
Yeah. Darkwing won't deal with that room unless he absolutely has to. He'd rather honestly deal with the room before that, before dealing with the Lamellas.
Now, here's the tough aspect to this whole entire level 1. It's just looking like a complete mess right now.
I mean, is this actually, because 0 HP enemies, this isn't terrible? Oh, well.
That could be the drop room there.
Yeah, it could be. Darkwing doing an excellent job of clipping with the candle. He's actually better off without it.
Oh, the silver arrows in one.
This game. I love this game. Alright, Darkwing doesn't have to spend as much money now, which is good. Both players will find it eventually, so arrow shopping is no longer a requirement. Darkwing is going to hunt for the second item. Interesting to note, I'm wondering if drops are shuffled in rooms.
I'm not certain about it. I mean, right now, that room that blocked the room there had the money in it. That had a key in it. But what is that Gliok hiding? JSR getting the silver arrows, and oh, the Triforces are not in the Triforce room. Well, that's going to be interesting here. Dodongo dwells along the river. Well, we know that is not the truth. So we're looking for what is the second item here in one, and it's looking more and more like that Gliok is hiding it. But the other question is, where's this Triforce? Possibility that one of these Wizrobe rooms might have it. And so we get the map in one, and, well, no surprise, this is a level 1 that is pretty much the regular shape. And it looks like Darkwing is saying nope to that dungeon. Whereas it does look like JSR is going to be trying to give this another couple of tries here with a candle. So here's a big problem now. Oh, JSR finds the Triforce in one. It was in the like room. The only way, by the way, to defeat that Gliok would be with the wands. We know that that is not in level 1. Now, Darkwing now just gets confirmation. Guess what? This is a second quest overworld. So with that in mind now, we now know that the raft is going to be required, the power bracelet's going to be required, the recorder, and the ladder. So a lot of items are going to be essential here in this game. Once again, we've got what appears to be a second quest overworld. JSR trying to find that second item. And with the high secret only being 51 rupees, it's going to be an item management. And I like this move here by Darkwing Duck. He's going to be heading on over, trying to figure out what is the Armos item. And he finds out that it is the power bracelet, just shifted on over to 1. So now, knowing that this is a second quest overworld, Darkwing's going to make his way over to what would be level 2. And because we are dealing with the first quest outline here, this would be considered level 3. It will have the normal level 3 shape. And we find the Gorilla's set up here in level 3, which is going to definitely help things out. Now, because this is unknown whether or not it is mixed dungeons, 7, 8, and 9 could still be a second quest setup. We don't know for certain, and we won't know until we see one of these guys make their way into either 7, 8, or 9. There's another Gleeok. This is not necessarily a fun Gleeok setup here. So we got a second quest setup. This is level 3 because normally level 3 takes the number 2 Triforce and 2 takes the 3 Triforce spots in second quest. That's why we have this current setup here. Darkwing finds that the staircase room contains... There's the raft. That is required to get into level 4. JSR is making his way over towards the graveyard, but he's going to have no way to getting into level 6 at this point because he did not find the second item in level 1. He might be thinking, I'm heading over here trying to find where level 6 is, and oh, that's right. That is only a 30 rupee secret here in this quest. So we are in 0 HP, which is nice, especially considering the fact that we are in a swordless seed. Oh, the bomb upgrade has been moved to level 3. So JSR now making his way over to level 3. He will be joining Darkwing in here and soon to find out where the raft is. Darkwing has one more to kill in here. This is a drop room. He finds that it is a key. And JSR coming in here as well. And this room that has the wall masters in it is a potential drop room. That would have to be spoken for both of these guys. The one that Darkwing is in right now. And it turns out he's not getting any drops that he's hoping for, as these guys do a virtual high five. Darkwing trying to set up a triple kill. Wasn't successful getting the third one to be killed. JSR now making his way over to the bottom left corner, trying to find where the staircase room is, but he's also going to try to take care of these staff holes. And we can, by the way, confirm because of the ropes, because of the staff holes, we are dealing with first quest enemies. The enemies have not been shuffled from second quest. Because if this was a second quest set up here, we would be seeing the staff holes throwing their swords at Link, and these ropes would be flashing to signify that they are super ropes as well. 0 HP would still put these staff holes at quite the danger because of the fact that they are too edge. You lose 2 hearts if they end up hitting you. So Darkwing kills off the Staphos, and good news for him at the very least is that this does give him the compass. So now he knows where to go to find out where the Triforce is located here in this level 3. And JSR moving up one room to the north here. He's going to find the raft in here. And Darkwing is trying to make his way over to the southeast corner of this dungeon here so he can claim his Triforce. That would be his first Triforce, as he already noped out of level 1 earlier. So with keys in hand, here comes Darkwing over to the right-hand side. And, well, this is going to be a fun room to pick up the Triforce, but at least it's ropes, so he will have the ability to leave, come back in, and do this as well. JSR thinking about buying the bomb increase, but he opted against it. I mean, he was sitting there for a moment debating whether or not to pick it up, but he has opted not to. There's other things he wants to buy with his rupees. We do not know if this is a boomstick seed at this point, but right now with first quest dungeons, the boomstick, still nice, takes a little less priority, and we find the Triforce pickup here for Darkwing, his first Triforce at 1122. But if these guys are looking for the boomstick, the one shop that they are going to be buying the boomstick in would be the top right corner, where there's one of the 100 secrets normally in the first quest. So Darkwing with the raft, he's going to head on over to level 4 right now. And JSR will be soon picking up the Triforce out of this 3. No! He upped and A's. He's leaving. So both of these guys have noped out of a dungeon, which is very, very interesting. Now, Darkwing is in a room that does drop here in level 4. Now, we know this cannot be the Triforce room because it's a dark room. And over to the right-hand side, and we find... Ooh, well, that's a Chevy room on JSR's end. Darkwing finds a very interesting triple Dodongo room. That is the Gliok layer right there. That very well possible could be the Triforce room. So we could be talking about massive bomb.
Hello. Sorry about that. Discord is apparently doing things that I don't approve of.
Darkwing finds the compass in level 4, and thankfully that triple Dodongo room is not where the Triforce is located.
That is a very good thing in Swordless.
Well, thankfully Dave is also finding some keys.
Yes. Both players are going to need this. I don't like this, and the only reason why I don't like this idea too much is because there's so many ladder blocks potentially in level 4 on your way around.
The other possibility these guys have at this moment would be either levels 5 or heading on over to level... It is 7 that's underneath the burn bush, or is that 8?
That's 2 items. So I don't mind a jump to level 8 in a situation. Yes, thanks, old man. Thank you.
Well, at least that one is correct.
Oh, so we have not real hints, huh?
Yeah, we got deceptive hints, not that it really matters. Although it would matter if they tell them where an item is.
So that's something both players are going to have to keep an eye out for, is what's going to be telling them the truth or what is a lie.
But we do know they have access to 2 more dungeons at this point, depending on what they find in here.
Yeah. Oh, this could be where the item is.
Yep. So far, I've yet to see any rooms that would suggest that we have shuffled rooms from other dungeons.
Yeah, it's been looking, and that's why I was actually really scared of...
It's not!
Darkwing's just like, grumble, grumble.
Oh my god!
Now Darkwing has some choice words for that Dig Dogger.
That right there means we are Dig Dogger blocked from the item in level 4.
That's actually good news, though, to a certain degree, because Darkwing knows that this dungeon will absolutely not have a whistle on it.
But the other thing is, with this being a second quest overworld, they do need that ladder.
Yes, they do. Oh, well. And they do need the whistle as well, so they'll be finding everything under the sun.
Yep.
There's not too many more dungeons. JSR opting to look around, but he's gonna probably be disappointed with what he finds.
Yeah. And the problem is that he already found that double block room with the Dig Dogger, I believe,
Yes.
and there's really no more reason for him to stick around now. I wouldn't be surprised if Darkwing makes a trip over to the White Sword as he makes his way over to level 5, but he's going to go back into 1 to make sure that he can now clear that off. We do know that the Triforce was in the like room.
Yes. I imagine he got it.
Darkwing did not.
Oh, Darkwing did not? Oh, okay.
Yep, JSR did, but Darkwing did not. So right now that is an advantage that JSR has, except for JSR noped out a 3 right in the Triforce room.
Oh, really? Ooh. Interesting.
So
did we find the 4 item in here?
So here's a room that Darkwing, if he wants to finish this off, would be happy because this does have the compass.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
And here, JSR picks up the Triforce at a level 4. That is his second Triforce, as Darkwing is about to pick up his as soon as he takes care of some pancakes from the local Hyrulean IHOP.
Yeah, see, I prefer Denny's. Actually, what I really prefer is Waffle House, but those are few and far between for us.
Jamstream is not sponsored by any of them.
No. However, it is sponsored by Jaws.
Or Jaws.
Jaws. Where 5 shells will get you a free night stay at the Jaws Resort.
Darkwing picking up the Triforce, that is his third.
Okay.
So now, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up heading to the top of the waterfall to see what the White Sword is, because there is a possibility that that White Sword can be shuffled here, because we don't know if that flag is turned on or off. What if that's the wand?
That could be the wand. That could also be some bombs. That could be a whistle. That could be a ladder.
The last thing that Darkwing wants to see is bombs, although he has 3, so he would definitely pick them up at this point.
Oh, for sure.
JSR,
interesting to see how both players are getting to the waterfall almost at exactly the same time.
Now, Pay Me Now Talk tells you once again we got the deceptive hints turned on.
Yep.
And if JSR, be careful, that line will get out of the way.
Oh,
and we find it's bombs. White Sword item has not been shown.
Feels bomb, man. Darkwing obviously picking him up because he needs them.
Yeah, because he only had 3. He's going to need them for level 5 coming up.
Yeah, both players are going to head into level 5 for sure.
So, Gliak returns with the bow. We don't know if that's true.
It looks to me JSR is assuming these are true hints.
Goma creeps to the ladder. We don't know if that's true.
Gliak lurks with the ladder, or with the recorder. Well, we know that can't be true.
Gliak, that was Boomerang. Oh, you say on Darkwing's end, yeah.
Yes.
Wow, that means we just saw on both players' end 2 different hints for the same enemy.
Yep. Which means one of those could be true, but the only thing is, though, is JSR takes that hint at face value, which it looks like, based on what I'm seeing, he is. He's going to be going in circles.
JSR trying to set up the tree clip here to get into we're level.
This will be level 8.
We'll find out what level it is. It's level 8. Yep. And this would confirm that we are dealing with the first quest dungeons.
Yeah.
As there still was a possibility that we could have a mixed quest dungeon quest in play.
Absolutely.
What's that?
I said absolutely. That was definitely a real possibility here. So, Darkwing will probably find the item in here. There's no. I mean, JSR. I like going to 8 with 2 items.
Here's a staircase. Will he clip his way in? And he does. He finds the bow. So that was a truthful hint.
Yes, it was.
That pairs pretty nicely with his silver arrows.
It does indeed. And I wonder if this is the staircase that will lead DW to the other part of the dungeon.
It does.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily a bad thing, because this dungeon likes getting blocked off at the top.
Come on, JSR, don't die until you get the compass. There we go.
Wait, he has arrows.
Yes, he does, and he actually did fire them at the bunnies.
I would have. See, this is why DW didn't take it, because hey, guess what? This is the yes, DW. It's the connector.
Well, there's drops. There's kills number 15 and 16 for Darkwing.
Yep. Darkwing's opting to not waste time there by going in and out, which is smart.
Oh. Well, I don't know where he is, actually. Never mind. I thought he was in that same room. Never mind. All right, well, JSR is still continuing through this level 8 here. It turns out to be a nightmare.
Yeah, it's not. And the worst part about this is, honestly, if there's a boomerang, like a magic boomerang in here, and then like ladder or something equally important is in level 5.
Well, the one thing here that comes into play with 0 HP is that, yeah, the boomerang would actually be a good find for Darkwing at this point.
Yeah. He would definitely take the boomerang, but he's really hoping for a ladder here.
I think he'd really like to find the wand. The ladder is a nice find, yes, but I think he wants to find the wand.
Well,
Let's give him a stable weapon.
Oh yeah, if we're looking at it just from a strictly statistical point of view, chances are that it's going to be a ladder or a whistle of some kind.
And it's the any key.
I'm not sure how I would feel about finding that right now, because you have to go to 8.
It's not a bad find, but it does absolutely nothing for you on a weapon basis.
Yeah. The good news is Darkwing does now know he knows he has to go into level 8 now. There's just no way around it.
That's correct. He's gonna know no other way around it, which means that the second item here in 8. Actually, no, I take that back because we never found the second item in 1.
Oh, that's right. Both players could be playing kind of dangerously here. Not seeing a second item in 1, which bothers me that they both left 1 without seeing a second item.
So here's the big thing right now. Right now, we have no clue what that second item in 1 is. We know that a ladder or a recorder is going to be required in order to progress in the seed, because you're still missing out on way too many dungeons at this point.
Yes. You have to have a whistle to get to 2 dungeons. 6 and 2 are required for a whistle, and you need a ladder to get to 7. So your only open options right now are 1, 3, 5, 4.
And we know that 4 currently is Dig Dogger blocked.
Yes.
So that eliminates that from the possibilities.
Yeah. So 2, 6, and 7 are unavailable to the players. So Darkwing's just digging for it and hoping he finds the Triforce in here.
Yeah, hoping
one hit KO. Yes.
And hoping that he does not find a ladder block.
Yeah. Interesting to note, JSR is desperately trying to figure out level 8 Level 8 of all the quests, dungeons on first quest, level 8 is probably one of the more confusing ones. Well, only losing out to level 7, honestly.
So this single Dodongo is the keeper of the Triforce in level 8, but we did not see what that second item is.
No, we did not. And this is going to... Darkwing is just probably not going to be too thrilled to see a Triforce in this room.
Oh my god. This would be absolutely trolling for both of our players here if you'd had to come back into 5 to pick up the Triforce. There's a piece of me that wants it.
It's a drop room. There's a possibility.
It is!
And I don't think you can clip DW onto it.
He's trying desperately. He did get the... come on, Darkwing!
It doesn't.
No!
You can't get it.
So close yet so far away.
It's a good try. DW actually has a lot more information right now than JSR. Darkwing will either go into 8 or go into 1 and get the second item out of 1. And it bothers me that neither player is going back in 1.
Oh my god.
That was funny.
I've
tried that clip before. You can't do it. It's too far up.
That was a very fine effort there by Darkwing trying to get over it, but unfortunately it says no. He's going to make his way over to level 8. He'll be happy to find the bow, which will give him at least a permanent weapon from a 132 rupee standpoint.
Yes. You see how Darkwing did that clip there? To get into... I love that clip. I can't do it. It's a sideways clip to clip onto the bush, and then from the bush you just burn up and you catch the tail end of the bush.
And Darkwing picking up the compass, and now it's time to explore the west wing.
Which Darkwing will definitely find the bow very useful in this dungeon.
So we found that the white sword is at the vanilla location, but because this is swordless, it gets replaced by a pack of bombs.
Yep, it's good to know if you are running low on bombs and for whatever reason you're not forcing them. JSR had to have seen that hint now and realizes that Gliok can't lurk with the recorder.
Yeah, that means Gliok lurks with the recorder or the boomerang. He saw both of them, and Darkwing picks up the bow. We have not seen what the coast item is yet this moment, but that would be an interesting proposition here. What if the ladder gets you the recorder?
It's a very real possibility, depending on what item they find in either 8 or 1, whichever direction they choose to go back to eventually. Whoever finds either the second item in 2 or second item in 8 or second item in 1.
Nice forced drop there off the Aquamentus as JSR says nope to that dungeon. I think he's going to head back to 1 at this point.
Yeah, he has to. It's the only dungeon left.
So the one room we never saw them clear was the one with the Lamolas in it. Could that be where the item is?
Yeah, I think that's the only room left. And having arrows, I imagine Darkwing will head back here shortly to it once he finds the Triforce and gets the second item out of here. Darkwing does have an advantage by having any key in here now.
That's right. Chat is putting up a interesting note that it's still a possibility it could be Gliok block too. That
is true. JSR is hoping that it's going to be this room, maybe, and if he thinks it's that room, he's going to be unfortunately disappointed.
So here we go. He's going to be going up against this Lamola, and he will find out with the various use of his silver arrows that
that Lamolas suck.
It's a recorder.
Well, that's important. Now, here's the question, though. Of course, is what if ladder's in 8? Because it's a very real possibility.
So the magic tutti flute shows up in level 8, and JSR is heading on over to level 6 because he got an unconfirmed hint about 6 having the ladder. And I think he wants to confirm that right now.
Yeah, it's Gleeok Lurks with the boomerang or the ladder, and
So both of these runners here right now, JSR still hasn't yet to pick up the Triforce out of level 3.
yes.
And I don't think he got the Well, he does mark it on his map that he did get the Triforces out of 1, 4, and 8.
Yes. He has not gotten the Triforce out of 3 or 5. Turns out you can't get it out of 3 anyways.
You can. It was in the...
I mean, not 5.
Yeah, 5, yes.
Yeah, Darkwing's going to opt to ignore that for right now, which I agree with, and just try to hunt down. He's got the keys. He can get through this.
And he's also got 131 arrows, which works against the Gibdos and the Pulse voices in this dungeon.
Yep. But not the Dongos. The Dongos, turns out they actually don't care about arrows.
Now, right now, Darkwing needs to be careful about his bomb count because it's sitting at 2.
Yes. It is definitely not good, but oh, that's a room.
Yes, it is a room. It was designed by the best engineers on this earth.
Yeah, Darkwing definitely needs to. He's going to try to get bombs. Oh, wow. He gets 2-pack, so he's fine. There's a big dogger spinning him right round.
That's still a room.
Well, that's still a room. Turns out there's bombs there anyways. He didn't have to deal with it, but... Oh, I like that clip.
There's 6 beautiful blue whiz robes.
All right, he knows where the item is. It's in one of 2 spots. It's either past the Dongos, or it's the lower left-hand side.
So right now, as we watch JSR go through level 6, I think it's a good time for us to go ahead and give an item recap of what we've seen so far in this game. We are knowing that we are dealing with a swordless seed. In this swordless seed, the white sword has been replaced by bombs. You're about to find out if JSR has found the item in 6, and no, it's just a transport staircase. So level 1 had the silver arrows and the recorder. We have not been to level 2 yet. Level 3 had the ramp. 4, we don't know what the item in 4 is, but we know it is Dig Dogger blocked. Level 5 was the any key. Level 8's other item was the red candle, and that joins the bow here in level 8. Haven't seen the item in 6, haven't seen the item in 7. The white sword was the white sword, which was replaced by bombs because this is swordless, and our most item was the power bracelet.
And what he may do is not do what JSR did, and this may prove to be a pivotal point as well. DW may go back into level 4.
That's
correct. What the item is there,
because he got conflicting data about that.
Yeah.
Well, no, JSR got the conflicting data. Darkwing knows it's a lie.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely something JSR's got to be on the lookout for.
JSR finding where the item is. He gets in there, and it is the ladder.
Okay, JSR is in the driver's seat here.
And he knows where the Triforce is here in this level 9 and in this level 6 as well.
Yeah, this will be a pretty fast 6 for him now. Darkwing's gonna... Darkwing knows what room this is in, so he just didn't want to deal with it. Which, when you have the equipment they had at the time, you definitely don't want to deal with that room.
And that is another dungeon where a Dodongo has the Triforce. This game knows that they are playing swordless.
It is just being trolly today. So I'm curious to see what DW does here. He may or may not double back. on this. I don't know. It's hard to say what's going to,
If
because he
I'm
already knows he does not need to go back into 4 right now.
if I'm Darkwing, I had to be bumping in my way over to level 6. And that chirp up that direction doesn't confirm it. He's going to 2.
Yeah, he's going for 2. I'm kind of surprised he's not whistling over there.
He did get the Triforce out of 8, right?
He got the Triforce out of 8, yes. So I'm just kind of surprised that he's just not whistling to level 8 and then walking.
There we go. Second, a blow on the 2D flute there for JSR, and he's now in level 2.
Yep. The good news is Darkwing really won't get too punished for this. Going to level 2 versus level 6 because the runes aren't shuffled.
Yeah. So we know that there's going to be no ladder blocks here in this level 2, but he's hoping to get lucky and find that the ladder is going to be in here.
Yep.
We do not know what the item is in this dungeon, but we do know that one of the bomb upgrades in here. So the bomb upgrades turned out to be in 2 and 3 this seed.
DW, if he goes left, he may buy it. And it's just because of how many bombs they've been using already.
And we're seeing DW use that red candle to good use here. So will he buy the bomb upgrade? Yes, he will. And for
It's
the 100
not a
rupees,
bad decision.
it's the
He's
standard
not gonna be
4.
spending money on anything else right now.
So JSR is still hunting down some keys. We did not see him get the item out of 5.
Yes, which was the any key. I mean, the good news is Darkwing will know where a ladder is after this dungeon, just by process of elimination.
That is because you already picked up the item out of 8.
Yep.
Both of them.
Yeah, both of them. Well, JSR didn't see the red candle, but Darkwing knows that this is the only other spot he has access to is level 6, and it has to be the ladder at that point. So,
And the Triforce pickup there for JSR.
it's a boomerang, so DW, he opts to pick it up, and I approve of this.
Magic boomerang pickup there for Darkwing Duck, and 0 HP seed. I totally understand this route, this decision.
Yeah, absolutely. There's nothing wrong with it here.
And he picks up the Triforce as well. So right now, both of these guys have 5 Triforce pieces. JSR does not have the Triforce out of 5, and he's heading there right now.
Yeah, Darkwing does know where it is in 5, and he knows he has to go to 6 to get the ladder now.
JSR also knows he's got to go back into 3 at some point in time. By the way, the item in 7, if it did turn out that the one boomerang is in 4, the item in 7 has to be the wand.
Ah, that's true.
Unless it's on the coast. We haven't seen what's on the coast yet.
Yeah, that is true. That is very true. But you see Darkwing just casually screen scrolling like we all wish we could over to level 6 here.
Yeah, this just shows where Darkwing's strengths are going to come into play here. I mean, the fact that JSR was able to get through this 6, and this 6 turned out to be a pretty big dungeon as far as how far you had to go into the dungeon. And there's your magic boomerang at use, guys.
Yeah, Darkwing just taking complete advantage of it.
But just to clarify to the people that are watching here, because this is a swordless seed, the wand is made a critical item. As such, because there's always the possibility that a Gleeok will block a Triforce, and the only way to damage it besides a sword is the wand, or rather the handle of the wand. The wand cannot be a 9.
Yes, correct. It could actually wind up being the coast item as well. Because we didn't see what the coast was.
That's correct. So there are three possibilities where this wand can be. It could be on the coast or at the ladder heart. It could be in level 4, which we think it's the wooden boomerang, but are not confirmed about that. Or it could be in 7.
Yep, exactly.
And there's a nice big lie right there for JSR.
Yeah, that old man be telling all sorts of lies.
Lies, 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 yeah. So I'm not certain what items JSR is looking for at this point in the race here. Maybe he's still trying to find where the wand is. One other thing we do have to point out is in about 10 minutes from now about what happens when level 9 comes into play. But for the meantime, here, JSR trying to make his way over to the Triforce here in 5. He's just a few rooms away, but he doesn't know it at this point.
Yes, exactly.
And there it is. There's the compass. So now JSR does know where this Triforce is in level 5. And he's going to be happy that he had actually went to 6 before going back into 5.
It's just a huge... DW knows he has to go back, and he's regretting the time waste, but at the same time, you don't know where the recorder was. As I said, though, I would have personally tried level 1 before I went ahead and tried the other ones.
I definitely agree with you. He did not end up going into the staircase. Now, I do not know if there was a wall blocking you from getting over to the other side where this ladder turned out to be. And no, it is a path through to the other side, and Darkwing will pick up the ladder, and he'll be happy to find that.
Darkwing has not seen a compass, though, has he?
He knows where the Triforce is. He killed the Dodongo.
Oh, nice.
So JSR into level 7. And I would assume for JSR, if he can find where this Triforce is in this dungeon, grab it and get out of here.
Oh, absolutely. Like, this is where you just... this is level 7, though, so it's a huge dungeon.
JSR trying to hold on to his health here as he goes through 7. That room there that he was just in can never have a drop.
Nope. In one previous version, we did have Zelda in it, though, which was fun.
That must have been extremely fun. Was that one of those unwinnable seeds?
That was back when Fred first introduced mixing dungeon rooms between dungeons. And we were just... it was myself and JamEvil just doing a casual playthrough of a seed to test it out, and we're like, oh, she's in there.
And, ew, another Dodongo.
What is with the Dodongos in this seed? It's like they're...
Now, if this turned out to be shuffled shapes, or rather shapes, that room would have a potential being a drop.
Yes.
But that one doesn't. Like, I can't wait to see what ends up going through this.
Oh, for sure. I don't know if that was a forced bomb or not. Or the rupee. Yeah, JSR just miscounting, I think, there.
So we are in the bracket stage of this tournament here. Winner moves on to the tournament. The loser is done. And there's the Triforce pickup there for Darkwing. He's probably going to head right over to the same dungeon that JSR is in. And we find the wand in 7.
So I wonder if that's maybe the coast items, the heart, then.
Very, very likely. What are the other items that we haven't found yet? We haven't found either the book or the magic shield, because we don't know if this is a boomstick seed.
That is very true. We don't know if Boomstick is here or not. Neither player going to the northeast corner, and they have no reason to. They don't have the money for it.
Yeah, it turns out to be an extreme poverty seed when your top secret's 51 rupees. And because this is a second quest overworld, you only get one of them.
Exactly.
So as far as the seed is concerned, don't forget, JSR still has to go back into 3 and get the Triforce out of there once he is done. So if Darkwing gets an early Triforce, he's got a decent lead heading into 9.
Yeah, and if this Dodongo room leads anywhere, then he has a distinct advantage.
And we do find the door open. We do find that the Grumble Grumble is in level 7, but that's all the way on the very top, so it's not going to come into play.
Yeah, Grumble Grumble is being nice today and taking a break from taking meat. DW's bomb upgrade purchase is paying off in dividends here. He's able to stockpile an extra set of bombs every time he sees them, versus trying to manage his bomb counts a little tighter like JSR is right now.
That's correct. And killing off these wall masters, Darkwing finds a key. He doesn't need it. And they're here at the very edge. That turns out to be nothing as well. So where is this Triforce?
It's looking, based on seeing both players' maps, that it's the left side is where the Triforce is going to be.
And somewhere in the middle, too. Oh, there it is, in the Triforce room.
Well, that's a silly place to keep the thing.
So JSR heading back to level 3. He's got to get the Triforce out of what is the horizontal shoot room. But Darkwing, after he is done with this, will be heading on over to level 9. So we do want to tell people about the mechanic here with the swordless seeds here in the tournament. Upon entering level 9, the sword will be made available to our runners. They can use the sword at any point in time after they get access to it. There's no such rule that is in place that says that they have to wait until Ganon in order to use it. So once they get into level 9, once they pick up that sword, it's all no longer a swordless run.
Correct. Old man be telling all sorts of falsehoods here.
What did he lie about now?
Death Mountain is where level 8 is.
Isn't it? I thought we were dealing with a shuffled overworld. Oh wait, we aren't.
We aren't.
Now, JSR is going to go up against this Gleeok. Because he's thinking this Gleeok's holding on to something. Wow, that Gleeok just went down fast.
Oh yeah, 0 HP enemies. Where was this Triforce from this room that Darkwing's in?
I have no clue, because the problem with JSR is you can barely see where he is on the map. So JSR is going to be happy to find the Triforce in this room. He's going to be upset the fact that he's going to have to go loop around.
Yeah, that's the only downside of this room being here, but looks like JSR might be the first one in 9 here.
And there is the wand pickup there for Darkwing.
Yeah, it was unfortunate the wand ended up in the very last dungeon that both players went to.
Sounds very reminiscent of my race against Panov, where it turned out to be in level 7 along the river, the very last dungeon you're going to go into. I had to think that it is very, very close, somewhere in the middle.
That's what I was thinking as well. Darkwing's not going to... go ahead.
So JSR warping to level 6. He's going to take the long path Where are you going, JSR?
Picking up
Oh,
a
he's
potion.
gonna. Yeah, he's picking up a potion. Yes, you're right.
DW finding a map.
Name that ink blot.
Snack.
As in that Saturday night Nickelodeon.
Sure. DW is just trying to find a compass at this point, and he's just going to run across the Grumbles instead, I think.
I think I like Unos's answer of stupid level better. Well, there's the heart container. That's not what Darkwing wants to see. Wow. Grumble was all the way in the top right corner.
Well, DW's got to find it pretty soon here.
Yeah, he's got to be getting extremely close to it at this point. So once again, I just want to reestablish the mechanic that is going on for this seed with these runners here. Once they enter level 9 and get to the old man here, because rooms are shuffled, will have the wooden sword. So JSR is first into level 9. Will Ganon be required?
This will come down to how fast you can go.
Interesting that you can't go up. And Goria's a 9. And here's a shutter door. Could this be where the girl is?
Maybe.
It opens up. We don't know if they're in the room. She's in the northeast of Skull.
Maybe.
But deceptive hints, as you're pointing out. Bombs. And you can't bomb up.
Very interesting 9 so far.
Darkwing's about to enter level 9 as well. There's a Patra. Hello, Patra. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, Darkwing finds a sword. He picks that up. Finds a staircase. Will he peek his head inside?
You almost have to right now because, I mean, you know she's in the northeast. Are you going to walk that way and hope you don't get blocked? Or are you going to take the staircase and just see if you pop out there?
And JSR thinking about doing a ladder clip here. Gets it done. Darkwing in the same room that JSR was in just a moment. About to get the questionable hint about the kidnap in the northeast of the skull. The other question is will Ganon be required? JSR finds a way over to the right side.
Be interesting to see.
Very explosion. Darkwing trying to make his way over to the northeast. Well, they still would have killed the beast lions elsewhere. Well, that is the truth. And there's a shutter door here. And he is in the northeast area.
This could be her.
It opens up. It could still be possible. And JSR pops up north. And no, it's just Keese.
Have we seen Ganon's room?
We have not. Neither player has decided to go into that staircase just yet. We saw JSR peek inside, but Darkwing's actually going to take it. Both of these guys
is a good decision here.
Both of these guys could easily win this thing. Darkwing pops up at the E. He heads on over to the right-hand side. Gets the same hint that JSR got a few moments ago. I'm surprised that JSR didn't finish clearing out. There she is! JSR wins!
Oh, wow.
Darkwing Duck is eliminated from the tournament as JSR wins this thing and celebrates.
This was a very close race here.
With an official SRL time of 54:43. Ganon not required.
No, and a very easy level 9.
And let's just take a look at this tournament here, Dave. The 18 and the 20 seeds are still in this tournament.
Yeah, very. I mean, it just goes to show the randomness of the game, really.
And Darkwing's not that far away from where she is.
No, I suspect he'll be finishing here in just a second, really.
And with that, I hear it 2Gamers.
How's it going, fellas?
Well,
I'm sorry you cut out. What'd you say?
it's going well.
Oh man, that I'm shaking right now. That's insane.
Darkwing does find Zelda's room, but she ain't in there.
Oh, did he beat me into 9? Because I have a feeling he was ahead of me.
No, you actually were the first one in by about a minute.
Oh, really? Oh man, I kept having this nagging feeling the entire run that I was spending too much time, especially in 8, that I needed to just go. And right after I got bow and ladder, I just said, the heck with everything. I'm going. I don't care what it is. I just so happened to come across the reverse C in 7, and that helped because I was starting to run low on money. But, oh, man, I just went. I don't know. I felt like a good run. I'm happy with how it turned out.
And Darkwing's about to go into Zelda's room. And there she be. And he will finish in second with an official time of 57:12.
GG, Darkwing.
Very close race all around, really.
Oh man.
So-
And
So I do need to ask here. When you found out 2 screens over from your start that we were dealing with a swordless seed, what was going through your mind?
well, luckily the last week I've been really practicing a lot of blackout and swordless, and my number one priority going in was to find and force bombs. Bomb management was my biggest goal. And then when I found the silvers in 1, and I got those hints that the bow was an 8, even though it turned out to be deceptive, it was an 8. My goal was just to get a weapon at that point, but it was used to intimidate me, but I practiced it enough at this point. It doesn't really intimidate me as much. I've kind of got a grasp on how to handle it. But once I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Keep going.
Oh, I was just saying, I've done a better job with bomb management, but luckily with the hints that I got and the order items I found, it didn't really do. Although I kind of regret not buying bombs in 3 when I found the bomb upgrade. I wasn't sure if I should have skipped it. And it didn't really bought that upgrade.
My biggest questionable decision I've had was both of you opted to not get the item in 1, the second item. And that just boggled my mind a lot because it's one of 2 items. It's either the Gliok room or the land mola room. And I understand that land molas are not the favorite thing to do with a blue candle and a couple bombs, but it's completely doable.
I was afraid that if I did go after those land molas, even if I was able to kill them without dying too much, that it was going to be something like the power bracelet or something not as useful as the recorder. My bets and figured I could save more time by coming back for it if it was something important than it would be if I were to die 5 or 6 times or run out of bombs or something like that. Decision, but I guess fortunately it didn't hurt me too much.
And we also welcome in Darkwing Duck into the post-race conversation. Good race.
I lost. I can't consider any race I lose a good race.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting to watch. That's for sure.
Yeah, I guess I don't know where I lost the most time. I'm trying to think what the worst decision I made. I can't think of anything. Could have been going up to top right in 7 instead of straight up.
Yeah, your level 7 was a little more rougher than JSR's was, and I think that's probably where you lost the most amount of time, because both of you two actually were in 7 at the same time.
Well, that would be expected given the nature of the seed. 7's going to be one of the. This is probably going to be the last one, because you needed recorder to get to the ladder, and recorder was in a tough spot in 1. And the first time you go into 1, you're probably not going to get through that. Was I in there 3 times or just... Yeah, I was in there 3 times, wasn't I? That might have been the problem. Trusting to get the item with just bombs when I found the Triforce, but not the second item.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I didn't even try it. I was out of there.
Well, I went in there, obviously, got the first item, which I don't remember what it is and what it was now. And then went back in there after I got everything done in 4 except the item. And then at that point, I went to 5 afterward. Probably spent too much time in 5, but especially once I found the item. And it wasn't ladder. I don't know.
I can tell you that both of you ended up having to backtrack to 5, but you did make it over to the Triforce room, and an interesting attempt there to clip.
I've done it before and didn't work then. Didn't work this time.
It's a valiant effort. But
Ooh, that was weird.
Well, I want to thank you for the race, Darkwing. It was a real honor to race you, man.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be in this chair if it weren't for you, and just want to thank you for that. And I also want to thank you guys for the restream and the commentary. And so glad to be still in it.
Well, it wasn't a bad run by me, so it's not like you didn't luck into a win. I mean, I didn't play too badly so far as I'm aware.
Yeah, both of you all played really good.
Yeah, both of you had a solid effort here, and it just came down to, I think, level 7, just a little more exploration on Darkwing's end, and JSR. Finding out that, oh, by the way, that the horizontal shoot room in 3 was the one the Triforce was.
I almost cleared that room first time in, and I don't know why I decided not to. I think it just, I don't know. I don't know why I didn't decide to. And luckily, I mean, it was a quick in and out to get the Triforce, so it didn't cost me more than maybe a minute or so, but maybe 2 minutes. But yeah, I was a little bit surprised. I expected it to be in the Gleeok room, but I missed a lot of rooms in my first trip in because all I had was I think I just had the blue candle now. Oh no, I did end up with bombs. I can't remember. But I suppose I got fortunate in that.
This would have been a different seed and a completely different outcome, I think, just based on equipment, if enemies had HP, for sure here.
Not getting the wand till late, not getting the bow until, I'd already cleared a few dungeons. Yeah, if it had been a mixed or even a vanilla HP seed, it would have been at least a lot longer, if nothing else. But
Yeah, 0 HP
I'm
is
ready.
benefiting both of you there.
But it was a lot of fun. This was a fun seed, even for a 0 HP seed. Usually the 0 HP seeds are kind of ho-hum, but this was still pretty fun. Sword the seeds are always kind of fun. It's a nice challenge.
So,
the challenge wasn't a problem with this seed. Like, too easy or too hard. It was right in the middle.
It was perfect.
So, JSR, you now have gone from being the last one into the tournament, finishing 6th in that race off last Saturday, now to being in the round of 16. Your thoughts?
I'm just glad I'm still here. My goal when I got into the tournament, because I was still pretty new to Randomizer coming into this tournament, I just wanted to see if I could make it into the bracket round, and anything after that was just icing on the cake, I suppose. But I practiced my butt off, and tough challenge against Drakados. I mean, he's the real story of this tournament, and he's been killing everybody he races. So I really look forward to that. It's going to be a real challenge, and he's a very worthy opponent, and I can't wait for that race.
In a race this as good as this was, unfortunately, we do have to say goodbye to somebody. Unfortunately, it's Darkwing Duck, but you gave it a great effort, and thank you very much for joining the tournament.
Sure.
This has been I think I've seen a lot more, at least from a player's perspective. This has had more of a variety, and I like that. That you're getting different aspects of the randomizer that you normally don't get to see with the last tournament that we did.
Yeah, actually, I was just getting into the speedrun scene and the Zelda scene when that tournament was going on, and it really was it was amazing to watch. And the whole time I was watching, I just thought to myself how much I wanted to be part of it. I'm glad that I'm a part of this one, and it's been epic to watch. It's been awesome to be a part of, and just happy to be here. That's all I can say.
And now with that, Darkwing Duck
thank
will
you very
probably head off and try to become the top dog in any percent. Try to take down Cantaloupe and Lack Attack 24.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do next. I don't know what I don't know what I'm going to do in 10 minutes.
I reckon a yogurt is in order.
That's not for another 2 hours.
All right, fellas, I'm out of here. Thank you so much, you guys. I really appreciate all the hard work you guys do behind the scenes, and Jamie, of course, for the restream. And you guys all have a great night. Thank you.
Absolutely. Give it up for both of these runners, Darkwing Duck and JSR2Gamers. Be sure to follow them and thank them for what was a great race. All right. As mentioned before, JSR2Gamers will be going up against Drakados in the round of 16. That should be a very fun matchup, Dave.
Yes, it should be. I'm looking forward to all these, and I can't wait to see what sort of flags we will roll this time.
We've got one more race coming up here in the round of preliminary round. It's going to feature RC Drone against Amazing Toaster tomorrow afternoon, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. It's going to be on the Dave's handling the restream over there. So should be a fun race between those two. RC Drone, who has really come along since the last randomizer tournament, and Amazing Toaster, who had a very good showing in the race off, a very good tournament so far for him. Let's see what kind of tricks these guys can get into in the race coming up at 2 o'clock Eastern tomorrow. So that's going to do it for us, for JamEvil, for Darkwing Duck, for JSR2Gamers, for Panzer Dave, and the rest of the crew here that's working behind the scenes to get this tournament running here. I'm Adirondack Rick. Panzer Dave, leave us with a statement and get on us out of here, please.
Oh my goodness. Everybody hope for Blackout in the rest of the rounds.
No! No! No!